Welcome back to Make It Stick. Let's jump into Anki to begin with. 2 flashcards. What do we got? What are the 9 sections and 9 subsections of Chapter 4 embrace difficulties? How learning occurs, encoding, retrieval, consolidation. Coding, consolidation, retrieval. Extended learning, updating retrieval cues. Easier isn't better, how effort helps. Reconsolidating memories, broadening mastery, improving versatility. Priming the mind for learning. Okay, well, let me restart that again. Reconsolidating memories. Reconsolidating memories, broadening mastery, increasing versatility, priming the mind for learning. I've got to get an acronym or something for this. Creating mental models, and then I missed the same one again yesterday. Fostering conceptual learning. Did I just say that? No, I didn't. Priming the mind for learning. Okay. One more time. Reconsolidating memories, broadening mastery, improving versatility, creating mental models, priming the mind for learning, fostering conceptual learning. I don't think I repeated myself. All right. Other learning strategies that incorporate desirable difficulties. Failure and the myth of errorless learning. An example of generative learning. Undesirable difficulties to take away. All right, I think we got it. Good. What is the main point of Chapter 6, Keeping All Learning Styles, about one sentence? It's about learning 6 learning differences. It's about the myth of the traditional idea of learning styles, as well as 6 learning differences that do matter. All right. What did we read about yesterday? We're in the notes section. I didn't realize it was going to take this long to read these. Maybe we should have just been doing Chapter 8 quiz, but it's fine. Chapter 8 really was just a summary of the whole book, so. Did we take any notes yesterday? I don't know. I don't think so. This is the problem with reading a bunch of notes. It's not a story. It's just a bunch of they're related. It's just a lot more information, a lot less. B.F. Skinner is Science and Human Behavior is his main, his most important work. Science and Human Behavior, yeah. That was really the only note we had, so. All right, back into reading. I'll be back to recall what I learned and pulled out in a little bit. All right, more notes than yesterday. What did we got? Imagination inflation. We learned about this in the text. It's basically where you imagine something, you just imagine it, and later you actually think that it happened, or you remember it happening. That's imagination inflation. Interestingly, a study did find that education that was tailored to one's strongest intelligence from the 3 of Sternberg's intelligences, analytical, creative, and practical, that did lead to better learning outcomes when tailored to the strength. So not learning theories, but intelligences did, interestingly. Interestingly, they talked about the Brazilian study, the poor Brazilian children who work on the streets. Their practical ability to solve math problems that are relevant to them did not translate to the mathematical testing of those things that they already know how to do somewhat. And when they switch to try to do the mathematical test, they switch to like to using strategies that they learn in school not very well, rather than using the skills they developed practically. So that practical versus analytical tension, and then not relating that things they already have learned practically can be translated to solving these math problems. So there's something else I'm forgetting here. Okay, that's learning intelligences, imagination, inflation, metacognition, right? They had a definition of metacognition. What was it? I thought metacognition is thinking about thinking. They referred to metacognition in this case to be about the ability to basically judge what you do and don't know, your current levels of skill, what we know about what we know about, that's meta, and how we assess our performance. So interesting way to define it there. So maybe 1, maximum 2 more days in the notes section, and then we're through that. So yeah, talk to you tomorrow. See ya.